officer. In the ship's organization, the captain, or the master mariner, is the overall command of the ship and responsible for disseminating the work of each crew member, and he is also responsible for the safety of the crew and the ship.
Chief Mate's duties and responsibilities. As a cargo officer, Chief Mate oversees the loading, stowage, securing and unloading of cargoes. Moreover, the Chief Mate is accountable for the care of cargo during the voyage. This includes a general responsibility for the ship's stability and special care for cargoes that are dangerous, hazardous, or harmful.
The second mate or the second officer is the third highest position on a ship. Its duties and responsibilities includes keeping watch, overseeing navigational procedures, preparing voyage plans, and serving as an understudy officer for the first officer of the ship. He also maintains life-saving systems, supervision on the maintenance of the ship's firefighting equipments, breathing apparatus, and emergency escape breathing devices.
A third mate or third officer is a licensed member of the Department of a merchant ship. The third mate is a watchstander and customarily the ship's safety officer and fourth in command. The position is junior to a second mate. Other duties vary depending on the type of ship, its crewing, and other factors. Duties related to the role of safety officer focus on responsibility for items such as firefighting equipment, lifeboats, and various other emergency systems.
Chief Engineer. A Chief Engineer is ultimately responsible for all operations and maintenance that has to do with any and all engineering equipment throughout the entire ship. He also supervises all other engineering officers and engine ratings within the department. The Chief Engineer is a similar rank as the captain, but the captain is the commanding officer on board and in overall command of the vessel.
So, our topic is all about engineering, marine engineering, especially first engineering, also and second engineer, third engineer, and chief engineer. So, this is the tools to indicate that use of a machinery, especially a second stroke, fourth stroke engine. So, this is our own tools. Adjustable. And these tools are able to use of the ship.
The second engineer is the officer responsible for supervising the daily maintenance and operation of the engineering systems. He or she reports directly to the chief engineer. The second engineer is the second in command in the engine department. The person holding this position is typically the busiest on board the ship, due to the supervisory role this engineer plays and the operations duties performed. Operational duties include responsibility for the refrigeration system, main engines, and any other equipment not assigned to the third or fourth engineers.
Third engineer's duties and responsibilities. Third engineers report directly to the second engineer and are responsible for watchkeeping duties and the effective and timely completion of maintenance and repair activities on deck and in the engine room. Perform independent watchkeeping duties, execute maintenance and repair on equipment as delegated by supervisors, act as per standing instruction, report to second engineer and first engineer.
Duties and responsibilities of a fourth engineer. As a fourth engineer, I am in charge of the purifier, the compressor, and the machinery other than the main engine, auxiliary engine, and boiler. Upon joining a vessel, I should carry out the following duties: record keeping of machinery during running hours under his charge, for carrying out planned maintenance routine under the supervision of chief or second engineer, taking daily tank sounding of fuel, diesel oil, lube, and cylinder oil on board ship, and record keeping of the same, record keeping of sludge and bilge on board, acting as an assistant in charge to chief engineer for operation during bunker fuel, diesel, and lube oil, completing the month-end official papers for his designated machinery, compliance of environment policy and MARPOL requirements under the guidance of the chief engineer, and lastly, maintenance and upkeeping of the engine room logbook and all those files on board advised by the chief engineer. So that is all my duties and responsibilities.